What's up, everybody? Just like yesterday, I'm gonna give everybody a chance to get up here before I even start. And this one is gonna be a doozy, I promise you. So the topic of this reading is Gemini, the Gemini full moon reading. And anybody that know Geminis, they always say it's two sides to situation. So let's do a reading called Two Sides to the Story. So tap the freak in when you ready. Good morning, everybody. Well, good afternoon. I'm sorry. So like yesterday, I did a full reading, zodiac reading, but today is going to be a little bit different. Like I said before, I am also recording for not only just my Facebook, but I'm also recording for my YouTube channel at the same time. So if you see me transitioning back and forth, that's because I'm going to be going back and forth through Facebook and through my YouTube channel. First and foremost, let me just say, yes, it's Gemini, full moon. Geminis, everybody got the stigmatized meaning about a Gemini. A Gemini's two-faced, a Gemini's phony. No, a Gemini actually fluctuates between energy just like everybody else. But the way that they go about it, if they know that there's something irritable around, they actually starts to retreat and start to act different. So that's what the whole concept of Geminis is a certain way when it's really not even that. So let's see. I just want to set this up so that I can be able to do this reading. And just like every time, and like I told somebody earlier, they asked me about the moon cycles and stuff. Whenever we are having a full moon or anything in concept with the moon, think about your moon sign. Don't just go off of, oh, because I'm a Gemini. No, Geminis have a moon sign. You could be full Gemini. I do know a Gemini that is fully Gemini, like Gemini sun, Gemini moon. So they're like fully based off of emotions of Geminis, and they have Gemini attributes. So before I get started, if you ain't up here, if you know anybody that want to read it, make sure you have them tap in because I am definitely about to go. And I don't know how long this reading may take because y'all know I'm not a short-winded person. I take a very long time. But collectively, I do feel like a lot of people are going through analyzation. They figuring out two sides to situations. That's why I labeled this two sides to a story because there's always two sides to a story. And whether we resonate with stuff or not, there is still always a second part to something. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I am going to be actually, let's see, should I use these? I didn't even know I brought these cards downstairs. That's funny. And these are new cards. They're called, hold on. Heavenly Bodies astrology deck. I have not used these really. I only used them probably like once. But again, this is a Gemini full moon reading. tap all the way in. What I am going to do, I'm going to use those as like a confirmation card. But I do want to see overall what is going on in the collective. There is a lot of discipline, a lot of breaking down, a lot of things that's being dealt with on a cellular level. What I mean by cellular, I mean inner level. There's very little physical things taking place right now. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Yes, I'm wearing my bonnet today. It's raining, and I did not do nothing to this head. So I want y'all to be very, very. I'm in my comfortable mood, and I'm in my living room, so definitely comfort mood. All right, so again, like I said, take what resonates, leave what does not. Do not make a story fit that do not fit your situation. I will also be back live later doing a twin flame reading. Something I haven't did in so long, and everybody know I am a twin flame reader. So let's see. Let me get 3 cards there. That's 4. So the first card that actually came out is the Great Sovereign. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softness to love. So that's very, very, very ironic that this card did come out. Because what I am going to tell you, when I see this card, this lets me know that, like I said, there's 2 sides to a story. A lot of us are breaking down cycles where we were aggressive, angry, emotionally angered about things, and we did not understand our fluctuations. So with the Great Severing, that means we're cutting ties with old ways of being, old ways of thinking, old ways of acting. A lot of us were stuck in sabotage energy, and it was affecting everybody around us, and we wasn't understanding it. But I do feel like some of us are being faced with that. Where it says the Great Severing, I mean the Great Severing, things are cutting away, things are being falling apart. You got empathetic starseed. This could be you or the people in your energy field. It says energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So I do feel like I said, a lot of us are deciding what energy is for us and what energy is not for us. What literally makes us happy will literally make us sad. Like I said, a lot of people have been being angered lately. Even myself, I'm not gonna even lie, but that's why they say you got to keep fighting against the energies that's taking place right now, because it's going to have us all over. It's gonna make us angry at certain things. It's gonna have us in our feelings. It's gonna tap into some things that you really don't even know that was still laying in the surface. I have put a post up earlier and it said I'm still healing, so a lot of things are still gonna trigger me. Everybody is still healing. It's a lot of breaking free from our beliefs that our families placed upon us. It's a lot of rebuilding the structures of our families and building our own legacies and building our own paradigm. Things that a lot of people say, you got to follow tradition. No, there's no tradition in this day and age. You have to build your own tradition. Them old traditions didn't get a lot of people nowhere. It kept a lot of us stagnated and stuck. So I do feel like a lot of us are severing from that. Then it says karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth and conflict. If anybody know what a karmic relationship is, this means that you're learning. Some people are cutting ties with karmic situations, karmic people, karmic relationships, karmic jobs. Look up the word karmic and really get an identified understanding of what a karmic is. A karmic relationship usually is a relationship that you enter in that is to help you to grow and to find yourself, to find your self-worth. So the things that you will not allow in your life anymore. Like say, prime example, I just told somebody this the other day. If I get in a relationship, right, and I mark my pros and my cons with dealing with people and this is just not love. This is relating with people in general. You got your pros and cons with people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody can't be around you, but you got to learn what to have around you and what not to be dealing with. Because the more and more you put your energy into something that is not aligned with you, the more and more it keeps you stagnated and stuff, and it could drain you. So I do feel like a lot of us are learning what is karmic. Karmic to us, it don't always got to be bad. That person don't got to be bad. It don't even mean that. Karmic can be that you learn to break away from lust. You learn to break away from codependencies and what is codependent in your life. You learn who you are and what you do by standing on your own. So some of you are breaking free from karmic situations, or you're idolizing and you're seeking karmic situations around you that you need to break free from, that is causing you to keep reacting in a certain pattern. Then you got star family. Star family says you're a part of a team of souls, call and support. So some of us have us, I call it a soul tribe. We have soul tribes. Soul tribes is usually people or things, like it could be animals, it could be, you could be working with somebody on a daily. You don't know nothing about this person background, this person don't know nothing about your background, but yet y'all relate in so many ways. So you have a soul family. Everybody has a soul family. That's why I tell everybody, God gives us a physical family, and then you get a soul tribe. A soul tribe is those that you align with. Everybody in your family is not going to align with you. Everybody's not going to go in the same direction as you. That's why you get conflicted relatives, because relatives want you all to be the same. Oh, well, our family is going for, and our family is this, and our family is that. And Spirit is showing a lot of people, we're breaking down that paradigm, because you come from a physical family doesn't mean you come from that soul tribe. That person can be a part of your soul tribe that you relate to the most, but then you have your physical family that don't even know nothing about you on a soulful level. That's why you feel like you don't fit in with your family. I'm going to catch a lot of people with that. We are not meant to fit in all the time with our physical family. We are not. Hey, honey. So then you also got double mission. I love when I see this card because, like I said, when we start, first of all, off topic, off the cards, back to the subject about soul family, before I even go into this last card, double mission. The double mission is you, as you heal yourself, you heal your soul tribe. Your soul tribe heals their families and their soul tribes. So everything starts from home. I said this word last week and somebody got offended. It starts from within. This is home. It ain't the building that you sleeping in. It ain't the job, the hotels. It ain't none of that. That is not home. Home is what holds you, your spirit, your shell. This is nothing but a vessel. This is a shell. So your soul tribe has the same soul alignment. You run into people like, I was watching Deep Water, and he said you're gonna run into people that's temporarily in your life, and it doesn't mean that that person is never meant nothing to you, or for that person to think they never meant nothing to you. It means you outgrowing the situation, you outgrowing that. If we stay stuck in a cocoon for the rest of our damn life, ain't no room for us to breathe or for us to evolve. That's not what Spirit put us all here on this earth to do. It's not to stay stuck and stagnated and closed in a box. It's for you to spread your wings, go from here to here to here. The world is big enough for us to explore. So where it says double mission, after you got star family, it says, light worker starseed serve the world by being you. Do a lot of people even know what being you means? Because a lot of people is not accepted for being themselves. I always say it's okay to be yourself, but it's how you do it. If you know it's going to affect other people around you, it's the way you mean it. I mean, that person or people is not a part of your soul alignment. So it's no hard feelings. If you can't tolerate certain things, it doesn't mean that people are bad. It just means you're not aligned with that purpose anymore. Sometimes you and another person can meet at a same standpoint, right? But that person could be growing this way and you could be growing that way. That doesn't mean that you two were never meant to be or never meant to meet. We hold constitution to relations with people. And this is not just with our love life. I'm going to keep saying this because everybody get it mixed up when I say love, relationships. No, we relate to our children, we relate to our in-laws, we relate to our coworkers, we relate to the store manager, we relate to every goddamn body in this world. Why? Because that's what humanity was supposed to do. We have to relate in certain types of ways. So you got to find the soul tribe that you genuinely relate to. And I think a lot of people are going through that during this Gemini season. We're in a balance in that. It's like the catapult, you got the weights on both shoulders. What side do you choose? Spirit said it's time to choose you. What makes you align? What makes you happy? What helps you vibrate? Because anybody I know, a healthy-hearted person, a healthy spirit, is a person that's going to build many different things. That's why it said double mission. We can say we don't care about the next person, but guess what? You still got people that's attached to you. So you have to care about your output into the world. You have to care about what you say. You have to be aware of your tongue. I keep telling everybody, we speak everything into our existence. I still remember some things that I spoke into existence, not to be funny, that I actually watch in my lifetime coming into my reality. Everything, good and bad. There's things I spoke about years ago that I'm actually seeing happen now, and it's not even just the good, it's the bad too. So we gotta be very wise with the energy that we put out to the universe, because everything trickles back, honey. It's a cycle, a wheel, a pinwheel that goes around and around and around. And you don't know when that wheel come back around if it's still gonna remember what you said. We worry about people. That's the least of our worries. People, our people that we deal with on the physical level has nothing to do with what you say into the universe. And you got to mark that territory and remember what you said. So I do feel like a lot of us are going through the severing of our situations, and we're learning what we need to cut ties with, what we need to keep moving forward with. Things that is holding us back, things that's not allowing us to be ourselves. I do feel like it's hindering the growth of humanity. That's why I tell everybody, if I'm not for you, baby, I ain't gonna be mad at you. You gotta do what's best for you, just like I do what's best for me. It may hurt me, but guess what? That's a hurt that I have to live with, because it's gonna help me to grow, just like you're gonna grow. So sometimes you gotta play the villain in so many situations. Sometimes you gotta be the one to close that door, because a lot of people don't know how to shut doors. That's growth. That's when you know you're growing. When you can leave a situation with no animosity, family, friends, and foes. A lot of us are learning what genuine friendships were and what was not in our field. We dealt with people that we probably was genuinely their friend. It wasn't really genuinely ours, because a lot of people have trust issues. Some people don't. Some people are easily able to trust, but then they're the ones that get burned the worst. So what I'm going to say, a lot of us are learning about karmic situations. I repeat this for years in my readings. I've been doing this now for what, 6 years? And for 6 years, I speak about karmic ties and karmic relationships and karmic situations. Karmic things that's holding you back from being your genuine self. Things that it could be even addictions, from drinking, smoking, sex, partying, staying up, doing certain things. Our addictions is also karmic to us, because it's restricting you from being who you genuinely need to be. So Spirit says some of you are energetic starseeds, empathetic starseeds, meaning that you feel everything around you, the vibrations of the world. You're a person that can go outside to feel if there's hurt that's being done to the world itself. You can feel all of that. And then some people say it's a gift and a curse. It really is. But Spirit is saying it's time to cut ties with things that is no longer fine with us. We got to stop playing pity pat. Some people say, oh, well, my family told me it's better to stay than to leave, baby. And that's why a lot of our families are going through these karmic severances now, too. I'm watching it. Literally. Folks by folks that I'm talking about. These are people that's coming that is way older than me, that is actually learning after all these years that severing ties is okay, because it's about growth. We're not meant to be in everybody's life forever, but you do got people that we are meant to be in their life forever. But it's your decision. If you're not aligned, don't make yourself fit. It's just like I tell y'all with these readers. If the story don't fit, do not make it fit. You cannot fit yourself in a position to fit something that is really not going with your program. The program is your path. The things that the universe is already placing into your circumference for you to be able to live and thrive as you genuinely supposed to. Some people are going to stay stuck. We cannot keep pulling on the stuck souls, because it's keeping us here. Hey girl, hey boo. It's keeping us here. It's keeping us stuck in a position. Like, I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna really, really be honest. Like, I say to myself every day, I'm not where I want to be. This is not my final calling. This is not where I can see myself for the next 10, 15 years, living in an apartment in the city. I'm supposed to be traveling by now. Homegirl is really got to focus that I know what I want, and that's my soul speaking to me. When something keep nudging you and something keep telling you day by day by day by day by day, you have to fall into a line of your path, because that's why we keep walking down other people's paths that's not for us, and we get hurt the worst. So I do feel like a lot of you are going through karmic lessons. These are the endings. So Gemini full moon right now is pulling in the energy of what's real and what's the illusion. Some of us are still going through the illusions because we did not face the real side of our souls. We didn't face ourselves. I always say sit with yourself before you sit with the next person and tell them what you want. Because you got to be for sure about what you want. If you're not for sure about what you want, you can't put other people in that position to lose with you. That's like this. If I date, right, I got this thing. This is why I keep my relationships very sweet. I only had 2 relationships and I'm 35. This is why I keep them this way. Because I'm not everybody's cup of tea. So I'm not going to make myself fit into somebody's pie. If I'm not the right brood that you want, baby, I could walk away. I'm going to walk away because it's for your happiness and mine. For your sake and mine. So when I say don't make yourself fit into a situation knowing it's not aligned with you and it's destroying you and you're literally losing. I don't know if y'all ever seen like when the aircrafts, they fly into space, right? They have something that boosts them. It's like a push, a thrust. I think it's called a thruster. So the thruster is only going to be attached to you to bring you to a certain point when you get into space, right? Now, we speaking about space, we're speaking about your higher self. The higher we going, like you're the rocket, you're taking off. When we children, we go through the baby stages, we go through the cycles where we learning things. We learning as we go. We see everybody else. We see the adults in front of us. We seeing other children our age doing certain things. So if some of us don't have the mindset to be an individual, we start following these patterns. We start doing these things. Or because we idolize our older siblings or our older cousins or whoever the hell they are. This is why Spirit said, I'm breaking down belief systems at this point in time. Because a lot of you are following people that is not getting nowhere in their life because they're following other people's belief systems. It's about you. Baby, I know the blueprint to my life, but you got to know yours. So if you come into circumference when you relate to somebody, you got to make sure that this person can equal out or have the same mindset. I always say, make sure your core value is the same. My core value has so much in the harness of it. Like, there's no way to get away from it. No matter how much everybody or everything try to take you away from this core, you're going to keep resurfacing back to this core. It's you. It's who you are. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm this. Again, like I said, there's severance that is taking place. Gemini full moon is making people sever ties. Cut ties with certain things. Cut ties. And it's not a bad thing. And I don't want y'all to have grief or animosity in your heart about it when you're making decisions to better yourself. You cannot. Because when you heal yourself, remember, we're going to keep going back to this. You are on a double mission. You heal yourself, you heal the world. You play fair with yourself and you be real honest and you don't be faking your relations with others. Spirit said that's why you're going to be blessed because you're not faking. You're telling the truth. If you don't want somebody, you don't want them. If you want somebody in your life, you want them. There's no full glass. There's no codependencies, no nothing. So a lot of you are in codependent situations. A lot of us have been dealing with codependency. We take care of our friends. We take care of our family. We take care of our kids. We take care of the schools. We going to jobs. We taking care of the goddamn job. We going on social media. We take care of our friend because they having a sad day. But you got to take care of yourself first before you can take care of anybody else. So a lot of us are being detached from that because I always say, I can't be at the top. God didn't make me a leader. Spirit didn't make me a leader for nothing. I'm meant to lead a certain amount of people. I lead people that is other leaders. I'm sorry. I don't run in a pack of follow the leaders. I run in a pack of leaders or growing to be leaders. So if you're following the crowd, you can't run with me. I don't like that. I'm going to tell you that now. That's one thing that I'm learning about myself. I am a leader, and anybody that I attract has to be a leader. And it doesn't mean you're ruling everything, because everybody is a leader in their own way. I have my own destiny way of leading. You have your own destiny way of leading. The person you deal with has their own destiny of leading. You don't know nobody's story. This is why the universe is putting so much of us inside of these tests and trials, and we observe it. We still should not be in school when we got kids we supposed to be teaching about life. I told somebody something the other day, and this is the God honest truth, and this is dealing with us as adults. 90% of us have a lot of hard ways of communication. You want to know where that comes from? That comes from a line of people, as we was kids, telling us a child is better seen and not heard. A lot of people telling kids that their feelings didn't matter. We was the children. A lot of us think that that was healthy. That's why a lot of us don't know how to speak about our feelings in a proper way, because people told us when we were young our feelings didn't matter. So this is why I say when Spirit is saying karmic relationships, we are breaking free from that. Because you have to break free from people that is restricting you from you being yourself or knock you for speaking your truth. Yesterday topic with the reading a couple of times, the card throat chakra came out, the crown chakra and sacral. Dump 3 in the root chakra. A lot of people have to learn how to move in their own pace without others' opinions or feeling like they being knocked. I don't care about what nobody's saying no more. If I leave, baby. One thing about me, I've been a villain already. And a lot of people seen that happen. My villainess was to make me a better person, but guess what? Me leaving gave that person independence. So sometimes you gotta stop being the independence of people. You gotta stop being a codependent person. People, if you're always jumping up for everybody, doing for everybody, they're not gonna do it for themselves. If you keep on speaking up for everybody, they're not going to speak for themselves. We are not children no more, and a lot of us are raising children, so Spirit got to say it's time for us to graduate. We can't okay, prime example, you grow older, your kids see you as a toxic person. Are you going to get mad when they come to you and approach you about how they feel? No, they got to tell you how they feel, because none of us is perfect. We're going to go through trials and tribulations as we grow as adults, because just like a child, we still are learning. We did not master everything. None of us are perfect. But what I am going to say, certain levels we got to graduate from. Just like I said the other day, we cannot still be playing on the same type of time as our 14-year-old kids is doing right now. They out here getting in trouble, arguing back and forth and fighting. I see a lot of adults playing in that same polite. What's the problem? And then we out here complaining about these kids. That's where our problem is. So you got to cut ties from these karmic situations. Stop going off of belief. Stop following the crowd. Because I'm not going to keep jumping for those that can't jump for me. My daughter she do this every day when she in school. Stop texting me, dude. But let's get back to this reading. So, the Great Severin. Why is the Great Severin here for the collective? Under this yes, we is not playing. Spirit said, walk away. Things that is not fulfilling. Anybody that know what the 8 of Cups is? The Great Severance. And I swear this is no lie. People got to stop playing with me. When I tell you I don't do readings all the time, but I know I'm very, very, very a connected person. Because everything that I could actually speak, it actually confirms itself. So, I'm going to read this card again. The Great Severance. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Things that you cannot feel the love from. Things, I hate when somebody say, I don't have emotions. I don't got a heart. Well, baby, you don't got me either. That's when you lost me at, because I'm going to walk away from anything that I have to cut ties with that is not going to make me be in love. Just the grace of love. Love, and I'm not saying you got to be all gypsy doodle in love or whatever the case may be. No. If I love myself already, anything that you bring to my table should make me love me even more. Because in that love that you've given me and the love that I already got inside of my spirit, I'm going to pour it into others. You get what I'm saying? That's how the world heals. So when we start to walk away from the things that is not making us stay in the grace of love, because if anybody want to be real, we say God is love, right? God didn't, if we walking in the image of God, we walking in the image of love. How the hell am I supposed to hate the person that I wake up to the next day? Why am I going to walk outside and hate my neighbor? Hate the cat, hate the dog, hate the trees, hate the food that I'm eating. You cannot walk around here with that type of energy, because guess what? That's what you're going to keep attracting. Thank you, Apostle. But you have to sever ties. You have to walk away from the things that is really not aligned with your purpose. And you have to stay in that energy of love, because I'm not trying to be funny. I love my cat. You guys see where they at right now. I will show y'all, but they tucked away. They both on the side of me, sleep. Because I give them that energy of love. I go outside. A kid can walk up to me and speak to me. You know why? Because I'm going to give that kid love before I give them hate. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to hate ourselves, because if you start to hate yourself, you hate the things around you. And nothing around you grows. So I always say, even with us raising children and us being parents, you have to love yourself enough to love that child. That's why when people say, oh, my mom didn't love me, or my mom didn't give me the time that she was supposed to give me, or my mom wasn't a mom. Baby, your mom wasn't a mom because she don't know what the hell it feels like to be loved genuinely. from the soul. Some things that people was disguised of saying that there was love, they didn't know how to cut ties from. They didn't know how to walk away. And I'm not talking about just in this generation. This generational curse goes back from the time of the first man or woman being born into this world. We were supposed to stay in that grace. We were supposed to stay in that energy. We was not supposed to walk away from it. Yes, there is going to be distractions in this world. I'm going to get my daughter. She texts my phone. Let me turn my phone on silent because she knows I don't play that. You have to learn to walk away from things that's not keeping you satisfied inside. And I'm not saying be glutton. Everybody say, oh, that's being narcissistic. Some people being narcissistic if you think everything is supposed to be goody two shoes. That's not what I'm saying, because every day there's going to be trials and tribulations that we got to face. But if you can return back to that energy of love, baby, there you go. You stand a very powerful chance, because while this world is telling us to hate ourselves, you got to love yourself. And while the world is telling us to hate our neighbor, you got to love your neighbor. Do the opposite of what everything in this world is telling us to do. I can't hate my person that I got to walk down the streets from every day. Because I might be walking next to the next president or the next person that could be of help to me. So even if a person don't like me, I still love them with the grace. And that's just what it is. So then you got empathetic starseed. An empathetic starseed is a person that is a person that I call them a sensitive, like myself. I can feel energy. I can feel people's tones. I can feel when you angry, when you sad, when you mad. And sometimes it can't conflict me. But what I have to do is walk away from that energy. So this is where you have to learn. And I always say, everybody has their downtime. I'm not saying it does not happen. I could be there for you to have the be by your side to help you walk you through it, but I cannot dwell in that same energy as you, because then I'll be just as low as vibing as you are. You cannot. So back to what I was saying, empathetic starseed. It still says energetic severity, absorbing what's not yours. You have to not take on the energy of others. Like, it's very hard to be a person that cares. And I get it. That's why a lot of people say they don't have emotions for nothing. They don't have emotions because at some point they had too much emotion. And them emotions was driven crazy. But see, that's the trick of the enemy. As our apostle would say, you know that. The trick of the enemy is to make you not be who you genuinely are. Everybody was born into this world. I don't believe no baby was born into this world with a hate in their heart. It grew over time. It grew over experiences, over things that taught them to hate themselves. Oh, like prime example, I hate when a parent say, like I even catch myself, sometimes you can't help yourself with a parent. Your child could be doing something that you feel like it goes against the grain. Oh, why you being stupid? We can't keep calling our kids stupid. We can't keep calling each other stupid. Because guess what? We start to dwell in. We start to dwell in stupidity. So now you start to see that child doing stupid stuff. And then you want to be madder and madder and madder at this kid. You cannot. Believe the energy that you're pouring into that child. I tell anybody, a child is a vessel. A child gets most of their learning the first 7 years of their life. So you're molding a child. Every word you say to them, everything you do to them, everything you giving them. That's why you see a lot of our kids are spoiled. Even me, I used to tell my kids, "Father, stop buying my daughter $50 pair of jeans and stuff when she only 2 years old. Give her something that she cannot, that has no price tag." You know why? Because that's the most valuable thing that you can give a kid. Because when you spoil it, they say spoil the child, right? You don't want to spoil the child. You give the child too much, the child won't go out there and be greedy for themselves. They won't know how to get up there and get out here and stand on their own 2 feet. So yes, all that does make is the making of us. It was the making of our parents, the parents before them. It was certain things that they had went through that it molded them. So now they leverage that into the next generation, the next generation, the next generation. That's why I said sometimes you got to break free from your belief system that your family poured on you, because if it did not bring them or elevate them to the top, and I'm not talking about money-wise or glorified clothes or looking cute and all that stuff. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you. Your family is supposed to pour into you the legacy of being happy, genuinely being yourself. Cycles gotta be broken, Tanya. We can't say mean. We need to say has to. You know why? Because we keep saying our kids is being affected. These kids, these little kids that I see daily walking around here, that's about my kids' age, they are affected. And then we are the generation who blame. But I can't say that no more. That's why a lot of us, are going through the soul cleansing, and we're departing from families and all that stuff because we have to build our own circumferences. Every kid is born different, and every parent is different. So when I say these cycles gotta be broken, it has to be broken. We gotta stop speaking stuff into existence. We gotta watch the way we talk to these kids. We gotta stop calling them stupid. We gotta stop calling them bad. Because when you keep saying a child is bad, guess what you're gonna get? A badass kid. Hard-headed, yeah. Stubborn, yeah. We're gonna get that. Because just like a kid, it's like being an alien. When you're born, you don't know nothing. We don't even know nothing about the world. We don't even know how big the world is. You're taught everything. From the word of mouth, from a teacher to the parent to the kid next door. I found out Santa Claus wasn't real by the kids that I was outside, and I went back in the house heartbroken. I went back in the house heartbroken. But guess what? It was taught to me, not something that my parents told me, because they were still trying to get the gifts together, put them underneath the tree looking cute. But the kid next door parents, somebody broke their cycle of being in that place of happiness and being amazed and being wild. So over time, people break your happiness. That's what they're supposed to do. So you won't be an adult and be full of life and full of happiness and joy. So you can't raise a healthy family or healthy children. So you can't have a sustainable marriage. Duh. That was what the world was supposed to do. That's why they say when I'm with my partner, it's me and my partner against the world. Because sometimes that person is the only person you can run to and you can trust. If you don't got that at home, baby, you got nothing. This is why, and I'm going to speak about, and I don't know why I keep running off track a little bit, but maybe this is what Spirit really want to take me to, and it's just, I've been trying to grab the cards. No. The truth is, the people we lay with plays a big part in who you are too. I don't care what nobody say. People that we relate to, that's why I said find your soul tribe. Find you first so you can align with your soul tribe. You will resonate with it. I don't believe it every day somebody talking negative about the next person. We're not going to keep doing that. You know why? Because that's taking me off my purpose. And I'm supposed to love that person no matter what. But I got to learn my boundaries with people. That's what you're supposed to do. So always walk away from things that is taking you away from that comfort state of being loved or feeling love or having emotions. Emotions are our indicators. That's how we can sense things through life. That's how we know what's real and what's fake. So again, back to like I was saying, Gemini, full moon is giving us the balance out. What's the illusion and what is real for us? What is not in between? We can't have the blurred lines no more because that's not how the cycles are going to be broken. You got to be decisive about what you want out of life. You got to be. Make that choice very wisely because especially at this point in time, we're losing too many people to nonsense. It's time to heal ourselves so we can heal our children, so our children can heal their children. It's a generational bloodline that will cleanse from the root of it. All right, let me get this confirmation for empathetic starseed. Empathetic starseed, like it said, no longer accepting fishy things that is not healthy. And this water always represents emotion. And I don't know, it's kind of blurry, but y'all can see the fish, right? If this was upright, this means you're accepting a faulty offer or something. This could be a drunk person if I was doing a reading about a personal situation. But this is a general message that Spirit want me to give to y'all. So like I said, Spirit wants you to walk away from things that is not of a good offer. Things that has a fishy smell to it. Things that you're not unsure of. I keep telling people this. Things that is not for sure. And Spirit said it's time to welcome in the things that is for sure. We all know what a night. See, this is the thing. We no longer can accept these Page of Cups in reverse. People that lack empathy. People that lack love. Empathetic. Starseed. This is a starseed. If you are a person that's empathetic, you cannot no longer mingle with people that don't have empathy. You cannot. It's not possible. Because it's going to go against your grain and it's going to drain you. You try to be something that you're not. So like I said, no longer accepting fishy offers. I was going to say the cuss word. No longer accepting fishy offers that is not aligned with where you're going. Again, remember, the first card it says, if something is not bringing you to the place of love, you got to cut ties from it. The second card, things that is not aligned with you. You got to cut ties with it. And then the confirmation said it again, no longer accepting faulty offers or faulty situations. We're not taking answers from people's mouths that is really not telling us the goddamn truth. You can feel. Always remember, you have it. When you're an empathetic person, you have emotions. You can feel things out. If you can't feel something, or somebody saying they heartless or they don't got heart, and this and that, their heart is cold, I always tell somebody back up 50 steps. Because I'm gonna break that ice box in your heart. I will crush it over time. Because I'm a warm person. I'm a warm, loving person. Don't make me. That's my defense mechanism. So, like I said, the Knights of Cups, upright. This is more of a protective offer. It may not be much. I'm not saying settle for less, but somebody has to make sure that the deal is for sure. Not undecided about what their choices are. You need decisive people. I am going into a place of peace. How can I be running with a place of destruction? Not possible. Because in the midst of me running through that destruction, I'm going to harm myself. Spirit said you learned them lessons already. You can't keep aligning with that type of energy in your life, because then you stay there. And at this point in time, the way the world is going, it's a side, baby. Either you're going to connect your spiritual side with your physical side, or you're just going to be physical. And I'm sorry, these physical people that has no soul, no spiritual side, they going to be stuck. Because the atlas is not of the world. The world is breaking down. If anybody have not seen it already, the paradigm has been broken. That's why we don't know what to believe in no more. That's why we sit here running around. So Spirit said, as long as you keep your faith and your heart on what your prize is, you will be fine. Stop accepting faulty offers. It's okay if somebody don't have it all and they come to you and they are work in progress, but they gotta keep working in progress, and they gotta remember the core of being in your circumference. They gotta know that I am a part of your alignment, and I'm gonna work every day to show myself up. You heard me. It's not show you. It's show myself up. So if somebody can't come and they say, I need to show myself up, or I need to show myself better, the better side of me, baby, walk sideways and tilt that hat to the side. Gotta cut ties with people that is running a race of their own, and they're not thinking about how they affect everybody else around them. So you got karmic relationships. I'm going to say this again. I explained to y'all in the beginning of the live what a karmic relationship is, what a karmic relating is. It can be anything that you overindulge in that is meant to distract you from your life purpose and who you genuinely are. It says karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul, growth, and conflict. So everybody know the only way for something to move, you can't. This is why I tell everybody, if I make you comfortable, I'm not the person you need to be on. Everybody say, why? I do it with grace. I'm going to do it with grace. I'm going to be very kind. I'm going to be loving. But if what I do makes you feel at ease, or you feel like you can't grow with me, everybody plays that role of somebody like you got to. Because the only way for something to change, it has to be broken. It has to be broken. We have to go through these karmic situations to be broken. Because how is spirit supposed to restore a new you if you're still closed off? Everybody don't want to feel emotions because they don't want to be broken open. I want to feel it all. Let me feel that bad and not good, and I tell everybody that. You may think that you're pissing me off. I may cry, I may get upset, but guess what? In the end, I'm going to come to realization of what you have said and why I feel the way I feel. When you say things, you have to be broken. Because if you're not broken, how is spirit supposed to pour back into us a clean heart, a clean restored us? Why you think a lot of people, right? They for years will say, oh, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in spirituality. I don't believe in this. I don't believe in that. But then they go through a life traumatic situation. And it's a warning sign. And if people don't pay attention, it starts from the beginning. It starts small. Spirit will play that tip side with you, with that cup, like, okay, I'm going to lean this one over a little bit just to see if he's going to chase it. or she gonna chase it. If you chase it, and you try to pick that cup back up, knowing that cup has some poisonous stuff in it, and it wasn't good for you, here's how I'm gonna like, all right, you can go and grab it. You're gonna drink from it. Now your body is being afflicted. Now your mind is being afflicted. Now your body is having a reaction to this drinking that you are doing of a cup that is not good for you. And you keep resurfacing back to the same relationship, right? Same thing that keep pulling you down, draining you, making you feel crazy as heck. But Spirit said, I'm gonna keep letting you. Everybody say God forsaken me. Nah, God didn't forsake nobody. You got a freedom of choice. That's why there's a heaven and a hell. That's why there's a good and a bad. That's why it's all in a matter of your decisions and your choices. Because baby, one way or the other, life still goes on, but it's about how your life goes. If you are dealing with relationships that you're not aligned with, you just keep tugging on these relationships, you keep trying, and no matter what you do, it ain't never going right, it ain't never fixing itself, but you're learning the lessons that you won. Everybody, not Tia, I think it's Tia or Tamira, one of them that just said they divorced their husband. And she said she's happy, she graduated. Baby, why is people so dumbfounded by what she's saying? It's bluntly said. She said, I am happy. I am happy. That means she learned her lesson out of that marriage. She grew from that place of not understanding herself, because sometimes we get in relationships, we be so infatuated by codependencies, or we just want somebody there, or we want somebody just to love us, or we want to be around somebody. We do it out of loneliness, or because everybody else is in a relationship. But Spirit says sometimes the lesson has to be learned, because if it's not aligned with you, you got to learn to cut ties. You got to learn to walk away. And a lot of people is not walking away from these karmic relationships. But Spirit said that's why I'm breaking them down. Them lessons is going to get harder over time, because you have to learn your words, what to accept and what not to accept. Why is karmic relationships here for the collective underneath the Gemini full moon? Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. So you have to walk away from things that is not taking no action. Like I said, if you and your soul family is always going to be on the same type of time. But this second card that came out, baby, it's about your growth. When you cut ties, that relationship that you was dealing with, whether it's a family member, a relationship, a work, karmic, whatever the hell it is, if it's a karmic relationship and it's making you feel bitter and you want to detach from the Spirit, say that's because you're learning your lesson. You're learning. If things are not going into action and you don't see no new actions coming from a situation, it's a repeated cycle, start to make that move. Start to make that move, because it's about evolving. That relationship was to help you to evolve. You see the Two of Cups, what do you see him doing? He's looking into the world to evolve. He's looking for that third or that fourth. But now, you only stuck with 2 rods, right? It's time to move forward, because there's still more out there for you. That means your story is not over yet. It's not. But then the next part that we did get was Star Family. You're a part of a team of souls, quote, in support. And sometimes our soul family is not here. It's not here. You got your higher power above you. You have, some of us got ancestors that was attached to us. First of all, we're not going to do this trolling thing. Princess Amanda, I don't know who you is, but go on, girl. But I'm going to tell you the real truth. If it's not going to make you evolve as a person, as an individual on a daily basis, like I said, you should not have to wake up every day and feel like you're stuck in a nutshell, or you can't evolve past a certain thing, or you can't grow from certain things, or you should not have to keep repeating yourself about if your emotions is abrupt about something, or if you're not happy about something. You cannot keep doing that. We are not playing in kindergarten no more. We're still doing that, baby. Kindergartners have to be resurfaced. Yo, they do that all the time, and I have not had that done in a long time. That's how you know I'm bad. The trolls are bad. But nah, real talk. You got a star family. You have a family, a spiritual family. Everybody is not meant to be a part of that soul tribe. Everybody is not aligned. Like I said, there's going to be attributes that you contribute to your soul family. So when you heal yourself and you start to walk away from the things that is holding you back, baby, you walk straight into the next person that is supposed to be meant for you, or the things that is meant for you, the people that is meant for you, the places that is meant for you. A lot of us that see these people traveling and we be like, oh, well, how they get money to travel, baby? You don't know what they've been through for them to get that. So stop watching everybody else's story and watch yours. So why is the Star family here? Not holding back. You will not have to be stubborn. You will not have to hold nothing back from yourself. You will be, listen, you will be able to be yourself. You'll be able to say your truth. You'll be able to, and that's where you're going to evolve at. Your soul family is what's going to help you to evolve. People that is like-minded like you. Like I keep telling everybody, I got a real mother. I got a physical mother. I got a soul mother too. Her name is Angela. That's my mama. And I'm going to tell you why. I have a soul sister that, and I don't know these women from a can of paint. We met on social media through other sites, other groups. And for some reason, we relate. One of my soul sisters, I don't even know if she's still up here. Me and her had a conversation. How we met, we was in a group and we was talking about spirituality. And she said something, I said something. She was like, oh, that's crazy because I've been through the same thing. So we started texting each other through Facebook and then we exchanged numbers. In the conversation, we found out we both was in domestic relations. We both was in situations that was not meaningful for us. We both was getting a divorce at the same time. Like, it was inevitable. So it was more of, she came in my life at that time and I came in her life at that time. We both was going, we was mirroring each other. And mind you, this girl was all the way in Alabama and I'm all the way up here. 2 different parts of the world, 2 different lifestyles, same soul pattern, same thing. We both started our spirituality business at the same time. We both do readings. She was telling me about some things that I already felt in me as being an alchemist. It was ironic to me. But see, guess what? That was what she needed to be at that time. Because I needed that. Sometimes your soul family come in and they come out. That's what they're meant to do. Sometimes you got a soul family that's going to stick by you for the rest of your remaining of your life. You may have a sister or a friend that is more like a brother or a sister to you, and that's because y'all relate on a soulful level. Y'all was meant to be soul sisters and soul brothers. That means in another lifetime, before reincarnation, maybe you and this person was in a family together. But the lessons was not complete, so you came into this lifetime to keep working on this stuff. So what I am going to say, when you meet your soul family, you will not have to hold back who you genuinely are. You will not have to lie about who you are. You will be able to communicate the way you are. Even if you're having a bad day, they will understand. You know why? Because they are part of your soul alignment. Oh, baby, let's go. Let's get another confirmation for soul family. Yeah? People that's going to be taking the same actions as you, the King of Wands. This could be a masculine energy, but usually masculine energy is usually an action-oriented person. So whoever, you will not have to hold back your actions. You will be able to stand in your power with your actions. Everything that you want to manifest will be able to be manifested into this lifetime. Why? Because that's what Spirit wants to pull you towards. That's why we lack our happiness, because we want to please everybody else except ourselves. We don't be truthful to ourselves what we want. And then sometimes we get in situations, we got to second guess our feelings. I'm not saying that everybody don't change over time. Yes, we do. I'm not saying that these people, you're going to run into more karmic relationships than you are to your soul family. So a lot of us be playing ourselves. We be like, oh, we are our soulmate, we got our soulmate, we got our twin flame, da-da-da-da. The only way to go through that is to learn what it is now. And that's by experience. Nobody can tell you who your twin flame is. Nobody can tell you who your soulmate is. Because everybody's dynamics is different. Every background is different. So what I'm going to say to you, Spirit wants you to attract your soul family. And the only way to attract your soul family, you got to distance yourself from the things that is not aligned with you, that is not of you. So if you holding yourself back, saying a lot of us is in marriages, right? Some people got married at a young age because, prime example, me, I wanted to raise a family. I wanted my kids to have their mother and father in the same home. But down the line, this is what happens when you do stuff that is of the world and not of spirit. Spirit moves in a whole different direction. No matter how much my baby father and me try to work things out and how we try to align with each other, he was a different type of person, I was a different type of person. He's introvert, I'm extrovert. But I'm an introvert when I want to be. You get what I'm saying? So it was not in alignment. Because when I wanted him to go out and do fun things with me, he wanted to stay in the house. He wanted to be in the house. He wanted to be where he was at. He was satisfied with himself. So my decision for our divorce was I wanted him to align with the people that can help him to grow and he could thrive with that. And I needed to find my people, my soul tribe that I can vibe with, because I'm an introvert but an extrovert. So the person that's like-minded, we can do both. We're versatile. He wasn't. So like I said, Spirit said it's time to walk away from the things that you're not aligned with. So that way you can walk into the things that is aligned with you. So you can meet your soul family. You cannot meet your soul family still dealing with karmic situation. That's why when people say be by yourself for a while after a breakup, it's true. Because you learn yourself a little bit more. Every relationship takes a different part of you and it subtracts a part of your spirit, whether it's given or not. Somebody's gonna take and somebody's gonna not get in a karmic relationship, and I feel like a lot of people is not aligned with certain relationships, and it's to help us to grow, for us to see it through. The last card is a double mission. Pay attention. It says, light worker starseed. You are here. You are a starseed. A starseed is a person that is meant. I keep saying, stop thinking we meant to kill the world. We are meant to build the new world. What I mean by that world starts with you. It starts with what you're building inside of yourself, your confidence, your strength, your genuineness. You got to cleanse all that negative, because the world, I'm going to tell you why a lot of people are going to be sad, and you can hold on to that hate, that anger, that, oh, I don't need everybody, or I don't have emotions, I don't have a heart, I don't have this, I don't have that. Spirit said, I'm going to knock you down to the bottom of the pit. Because that's not what's going to be accepted in a new world. There is going to be a great divide. The great divide already started happening. This is why the Gemini full moon, like I just said, a lot of us are learning what is not for us and what is. The illusion and the things that is real. We're starting to see the truth. And it's a hurtful thing for a lot of us because we blindsided by it. We're blindsided by it. But that don't mean that people that we read into in our life they were screwed up. In our eyes, we may say that because of the worldly thinking, but no, they was genuinely being themselves, and we constantly see that pattern over and over again. So that's the karmic situation. That's the karmic lesson you have to learn to get away from the cycle. You got to break free from it. And the karmic relationship is the hardest thing to break from. I'm telling you. Why is double mission here for the collective underneath this Gemini full moon energy? It keeps looking like cars moving forward, and they just go right back in. Let's see. Nope. No. Okay. I'm gonna take all of them. So listen, you on a double mission, right? The star's double mission is, remember I said you gotta break free from them karmic relationships, right? And then I also showed you the star family, right? It's mad cards that came off of this double mission. I'm gonna go through all of them. So this was the card of the star family, and what do you see? The King of Swords. King of Wands, right? Now, double mission. The first card that came out as a clarifier is the Queen of Wands. That person matches your energy. This person matches your energy. Y'all both are on a mission to heal. Heal yourself so y'all can heal everything around you, and you can heal the fucking world. We are superheroes whether we know it or not, but you got to step into your power. You got to step into it. So like I said, star family. You got the King of Wands. This is a male. This is a masculine energy. Queen of Wands is on top of double mission. This masculine energy and this Queen of Wands are going to be on the same type of time. Remember I said make sure that person that you're dealing with is on the same type of time you're on. Y'all have the same core value. If you do not, baby, that's a karmic relationship. I promise you. If the actions are not matching, stop listening to the words, because the words is going to get us all in trouble, and it already has. We listen to people's words and their actions don't follow. So like I said, it's time for us to evolve. It's time for us to find that place of peace. This is the mission. The mission is so we can show, listen, this is why I'm doing a twin flame reader right after this, because this is definitely a go. So, when you're dealing with a soulmate, a soul contract, a soul connection, right? You know why you and this person has to have the same core value? Because the lessons that y'all both went through life has to ground y'all into y'all core. Y'all core is to teach the next generation what's genuine. And it starts with home. When it starts with home, it start with you and start with that other person. That other person and you are aligned. If you and that other person are aligned, guess what happens? The children are aligned. The jobs, the finances, this Apostle, if you still up here, I want you to correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody think marriage is husband and wife, and just because you got kids or whatever. I'm over time and learning marriage, a real ordained marriage, a soulful marriage, a spiritual marriage is ordained by spirit. Not by men, not by people, not by you just saying, oh, because sometimes we make mistakes on a physical level, not on a spiritual level. Sometimes we have kids with people that is not a part of our soul alignment. So the lessons is for us to learn what a real soulful connection is. A soul marriage is literally when two people are on the same type of time, the same type of action. Y'all are here to complete a mission. When you heal, when you marry a person, see, this is why I said we marry for the wrong things in this lifetime. We marry because the person is fine, or we marry because we don't want the next person to have them, or because we got kids by a person. But did you ever for a minute actually sit down and say, this person is my person? We like the same things. We do the same thing. And I'm not talking about the sex. I'm not talking about none of that. We exit all that out. If you literally can strip a person butt bone naked, not showing no sexual extremity, and the only thing you see is nobody part, you just see faces, right? You know that's a man and you know that's a woman. No titties, no butt, no penis, no poo-poo. None of that is on this person's body. Only thing you got to determine if you're gonna like that person is by the way that you and this person communicate. How you and this person is aligned. Can we live with that? I think a lot of people can. Because we will find out that a lot of us was lusting to get in relationships that we was in. A lot of us was lusting out of loneliness. It wasn't out of our soul alignment, our soul marriage. That's why I say I know when I get married again, it's going to be real. Because I know I want a soul partner, a soulful partner. Somebody that I'm aligned with, somebody that is on the same core value as me, somebody that doesn't see me as a competition, but as a helpmate. Because that's what I'm here to do. That's the double mission. I know what I am. You got to know who you are. That's why I said know who you are before you decide to be in anybody else's life. Take that break. Don't get in another relationship if you don't know what you want. I never made a choice to get in a relationship and not know what I want with that person. Or I don't see foreverness with that person. I never will be with somebody that I'm lusting. If I just want sex from you, baby, that's all you're going to be, and I don't care too much for sex. Because I know my sex is to manifest my reality. I know my sex is a very powerful thing. When you know yourself, you know what to do and what not to do. I've been knowing myself since I was a child, and I may have fell short. But this is the truth. You're on a mission. You and that person, that queen of wands, that king of wands, listen, it's to help y'all to find your happiness. A lot of us are looking for that happiness. The happiness starts with us. What anybody else brings is just a plus. But I'm going to tell you something. You meet your star family, everything is going to flow. The sex will be good. What I mean by not just the filling of that sex, that means you will start to see the things that you're trying to bring into this reality in a healthy way will start to develop in front of you. Our children will be born different. You got to understand all this is affected by our womb, by our sacral. Our sacral is affected, and that's man and woman. We birthing children in this world out of the wrong things. Spirit said, I allow certain things to happen because it's to show y'all the lesson so you can get back to your source, to who you are. Then you got justice. Justice will be served. Justice, the world will change. We say that the world will change. And I feel like this is what this is telling us. When you align your life and you realize that you're a star seed, you are on a mission to heal humanity or to build the next world for the next generation, you will start to see the justification out of your actions. When you know who you are. Gemini, full moon, it's a balancing act. Real with faith. Betrayals will end. Being betrayed will end. Your heartaches will not be no more. You will be able to manifest anything you want. Anybody know what the Queen of Pentacles is for? a very, very, very tangible woman. A woman that smells good, looks good, tastes good, and baby, she got it all. She can manifest her reality in a blink of an eye. But a lot of people is not transforming to get to their mission. They're forgetting it. And this is why our wishes are not fulfilled, because we're not on our mission. We're not doing what our duality is telling us to do. Let me see something, because I never ever used these cards, and these are zodiac cards. So let's see. Let me get a final message for y'all, and then I will be back live, because I am going to do a twin flame. I need to. I haven't been doing them, and that is my original go-to. I was a twin flame self-love reader, and I really fell back. And I'm going to tell you something, and this is the truth. You cannot fall away from your life purpose, no matter how much you keep trying. And I swear to God, especially when it comes down to spirituality, and they said it. They said when you actually go through your spiritual awakening, you will never go back to being the same person. Even if you try, you're going to get pulled right back in. And my mission was to help y'all. My mission was to do these readings or to do my lives. It don't even got to be about the cards, but sometimes I literally will get up here and just start speaking. The cards will be sitting here, but it's just me. It's me giving y'all the informative message from my belly, from my gut. So, the last 4 messages, and these are astrology cards, I really, really never use. And I really am interested to see what messages come from these. Ooh, fire, ear, and square. So, this is something, baby. This is something. So the fire card, look what's in the center of it, love. You see the wings around the heart? You see, it literally shows you wings and light. This card is so defined. And I think I'm going to take a picture and put it inside of the card, because I want y'all to really look at this card. Like I said, y'all got to bear with me. This is my first time actually using this deck. And I didn't think this card was what it was. I just looked at it, and the card actually literally has a heart with wings. And then you see a lit candle on top. And the card says, confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. A lot of us need to spark back to love. I'm telling you, love will make you grow. Love will make you float. If you cannot be in that energy of love, start cleansing yourself. I do feel like a lot of people need to really cleanse themselves. Take some walks. I can't tell y'all to barefoot walk in this grass, because sometimes the grass out here is really not what it is. But Spirit says start to take that walk. Even walking in this rain right now. Everybody be so afraid of rain. Spirit said go outside, take that walk. It's necessary for your health, for your benefit. And sometimes some of us need to cry in that rain, because we need to be set free from a lot of things that is restricting us right now. And I feel like for some of you are going to go into that crying sabbatical mode, and it's going to free you from a lot of situations. You're going to be able to make them decisions. You're going to, because right after this reading, I feel like some people are going to get confirmation of what they were asking for, why they on this reading. You're going to see the real, and you're going to see the fake. You're going to learn the illusions, and you're going to learn the real. Then the next card was ear. A lot of freedom energy. I'm going to tell you that now. It's time to break free. Like I said, the first card was the heart with the wings. And then now you got the mountain. Top with the air, the wind, the clouds. Anybody know clouds? Clouds are lightweight. It's supposed to be lightweight, right? Clouds are not heavy. When you break free from the things that's restricting you, baby, you are going to fly. You're going to float. You're going to float. And it says, for the ears card, it says, open-mindedness, objectively, and learning. And I don't know if y'all know, one ear sign and one fire sign is Leo and Aquarius. They are the polar opposites. So whenever you think about them two combining together, that means you know when you give fire, air, it's the oxygen to the fire, and fire expands, right? So you need to be lit up at first. You need to have the drive. You need to start taking the action. Spirit is saying, take the actions you're supposed to take. Spirit said, I am going to be the force behind you. I'm going to be the ear to push you towards what you want. And then the last thing you got is square. Square, a challenging situation in a mountain to climb. Oh my God. Stop playing. Stop playing. So, you got fire, that's action. You got ear, that's the push, that's the thruster. And then you got square. Every obstacle you face, when you start to face it with your actions, and you keep you don't allow nothing to pull you back. Spirit said, I am going to be the force behind you. It's time for you to take some actions. I am your force. Not men, not this world, not people in general. Start taking them actions, y'all. This is. I'm going to tell y'all now, this is the Gemini full moon energy reading. And the energy is definitely telling you it's two sides to a story. But these two sides is meant for you to learn, to grow from. I'll call him back. But again, y'all, it's time. So make sure, I'm going to tell y'all now, and also, if you haven't, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Queen's Spiritual Insight. And if you are not already on my like page, go to my like page, like it, because I'm going to be back. I got some discussion. I'm even putting my podcast back involved with my spirituality business. It's all going to be one big happy family because I fell off. And I can't keep going back. Also, to book a reading, you can actually email me at queensiesreadings@gmail.com and ask for a reading, and I will email you back the time slot. And then also, have you had a reading from me before, or simply want to leave a review from my live? You can email me at queensiesreadings@gmail.com with a 30 to 90 second review. That will be played at every end of my life. I still got tie-ins, and tie-ins is gonna keep playing. So make sure, if you would like to actually be a part of my broadcast, you can actually submit this a review, at least 30 seconds to 90 seconds long. I will play it at the end. You will see how I play Tanya's after I cut this off, so that way you guys will be able to understand and know more about my readings. And overall, y'all stay cute. Y'all stay cute. But I am out of here, and I am also going to say this: love and light, and always be yourself and connect with those that connect to you. And remember, Spirit said, no matter how much, if you start to take the actions, I will be the thruster behind you. I will be that force behind you. Have a good one, everybody.